First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Chicago Bears. This is Joe Mixon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Now back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
First down.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Ball carrier.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. On is the punter Hawk as he gets this one away. He'll return it from the 6. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now it's Hines. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Naeem Hines, 84 yards. And the Bears have taken the early lead. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Makes the score Bears 7,
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
2nd and 6. That's into the hands of Edwards. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent. And they had a receiver.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
First down, going to the air with Love. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
The ball carrier.
Well, this run defense gets an F so far. They're letting this guy carve them to shreds in the first quarter of play. He's already hit the 100-yard mark.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And the Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. He didn't didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Well, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Andy Isabella, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes our score 17-0. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 17-0 our score after 1. 2nd and 9 now. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Tackled by A.J. Epinesa.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
Here's Hines. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
At the 47-yard line.
This is Hines. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, You could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Being chased out left. He'll run it. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there, he had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Touchdown, Chicago! With his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears will extend their lead. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Bears 24, Jets nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Bilal Nichols coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A big play there on the option. Give him 42 yards on the ground.
1st and 10 at the 16.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Love from the gun. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
This one caught by Davis. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
A 29-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Taken from about the 12. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Well, left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
48-yard
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They run with Hines. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
Loss of a yard brings up second and 11 at the Jets' 49-yard line.
Now a second down throw for Love here. Flush to his right. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off at the 49. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
And this will be caught by Edwards.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
First down, Jets.
Back to throw again. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They run again with Hines. Got some room at the 30. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, Thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that, hitting the defense hard early? And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Tackle made.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Pass incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet.
And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Working out of the gun, Love. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. He got 29 yards that time.
The 9-yard line.
From the gun, Love. Steps away to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Love now on second down. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
A 6-yard gain brings up 3rd and goal.
On 3rd and goal, they're going to run the option.
And he pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
It's now 4th and goal.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Operating from the gun. Love eluding the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
We're glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 32. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Andy Isabella with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Rosas lining up for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Rosas good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Aldrich Rosas set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
The pass intended for number 17. Incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
The pass intended for Denzel Mims. Incomplete. 3 and out. 4th down.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. And he'll give it here to his running back. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Going to give this time to the tailback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
From the gun, Love. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And the Jets are going to get the football back. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now this throw caught left side. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll air this one out for Mims. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
He'll air this one out for Mims. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. Mike 36. Mike 36. Let's go.
On 1st down. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Push him back. Check 50. Check 50.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Right at the
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. Rosa's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's good for a Jet 1st down, a gain of 13.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 28. There he goes right side.
Nothing here.
And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all play.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. He finds his running back, Mixon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Looking for a slot man, and he's got him. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
He gets his first catch there, but all in all, when you're talking about the #1 receiver in the NFL coming into this game, And we're just talking about the first catch there. I think they're doing a nice job of bottling him up.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, he'll drop to throw. Able to connect with Mims. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Mixon on the
and the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Chicago, they're on a nice early roll.